Welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and we are talking today about vinegar syndrome. If you are a newcomer to vinegar syndrome, then congratulations and welcome for the very first time, because you're probably going to be leaned more towards in during this video. Hey there, Phil Much. Welcome, man, and thank you for coming in last night. By the way, I really appreciate that. I actually passed out shortly after the video ended. Obviously. I'm going to do right now is I want to get the vinegar syndrome page up here. And then we'll, what I want to do before that is for people that are newcomers to vinegar syndrome, I wanted to do a couple kind of cool little things. And for people that are longtime vinegar syndrome buyers, maybe get a kick out of this as well. So what I decided to do first was, for those that have been watching for a while, I have my top 10 vinegar syndrome now to print limited edition slipcovers right here to show you guys. I am going to explain some of the different vinegar syndrome options that you can get, and we're going to look into the website itself as well. So let's have a lot of fun with this and see how long this goes. It is really sunny out, and I decided to do this the backdrop where my vinegar syndrome titles are and my books. So yikes, it's a bit on the let me just see if I can try something here. Whoa, it's a bit on the, I gotta fix up a couple things. There we go. I'm back. So I thought we'd start with kind of explain the different things for vinegar syndrome, and we'll go from there. So first off, there's a new VSU, and that is Navy SEALs, which we're going to look at. The VSU was the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, which is a 4K line, and what they've done with that is they've put out these here. So this is a VSU. The very first VSU that came out was Beastmaster, and it came with this beast of a box, pun intended, with a magnetic clasp, another slipcover inside, artwork on the front and back with a 40-page bound book. The second release was kind of befuddled people a bit because it was 6-string samurai, and it hasn't been a good seller for them. But you can still get this one if you want it. Actually, I think the limited edition of this one. And you want to see what the artwork looks like. It's on the inside right here. It was a bit of a risk, and if you're the prices go up. That's it. Price go up and everything, man. Eggs, man, eggs. Ragnar. This is a Cloak and Dagger. I love this one here because now these are all the limited edition versions of these, except for 6-string samurai, are sold out. But you can't get the standard edition. So what's the standard edition mean? Well, for Beastmaster, it means with a slipcover. For Cloak and Dagger, means this. Now, for the new one, it means obviously the big thing, all this stuff here. And I absolutely adore this. But that's what Vinegar Syndrome Ultras are. That's so if you pick up Navy SEALs, expect that. Expect packaging, like big packaging like this. A nice big chunky box. Looks really nice on your shelf. And going with that. If you're looking at the VSAs, because they put out new VSAs, they put out, and I kid you not, one VSA that they said was one of their most requested titles ever. They were excited because it's one of the most requested titles ever. I'm going to ask everybody on here, any one of you 8 people that are on here right now, and the more that's coming in here, did anybody request the instructor? Anybody? Did anybody look at the instructor? Look at. So I'm going to show you now. Now, Bob Chaney is a martial artist who is probably, kind of best known for being a martial artist. If you were around in the 70s, it was in a lot of those like martial arts magazines, stuff like that. You got to see a lot of like, kind of pictures of him, like still photos of him doing like martial arts stuff. What you probably don't remember him from is being a martial arts star. Uh, so this is what Vinegar Syndrome said. I kid you not. Was one of their most requested titles. I'm calling BS on that. I've been covering Vinegar Syndrome since the beginning. And I have never once, not in the time from when I had hundreds of people on here to the time when I had 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 people on here. Never once has that title come up. Not once, but all the people that come in and out the store have ever mentioned, have ever mentioned, hey, I really want Bob Cheney's like that come out. Do you know what I have seen come out? You know what I have seen mentioned? I've seen Iced mentioned. I have seen Jim Cotta mentioned. I've seen Octagon recently mentioned. Uh, I've seen The Punisher, the 1989 Dolph Lundgren movie, mentioned several times. I've even seen Champagne and Bullets get mentioned, but I have not once ever in the entirety of the time that I've been doing this. Heard anybody say, hey, you know what? Hey, Chris, man, the instructor is a title I want to own. Yeah, like that's been talked about. Like, and Punisher 89 has been talked about. Jim Cotta's been mentioned. There's been a bunch of titles that have been mentioned. Never once have I heard this title mentioned. Elves has been mentioned many times, actually. Um, this one, not once, not one time have I ever heard this film mentioned. And I know what this film is. It's not good, but I know what it is. But VSAs were initially meant to be movies that you saw at video stores back in the day that maybe didn't rent, but were, from what I could tell, like movies that would be littered on the back shelves of video stores. So the first one that they put out was Savage Harbor, Death Feud. Each of these comes with a hardbox case. It slips out like this with you can choose which artwork and a poster. Each one of the Vinegar Syndrome archives are hand numbered. And the initial releases were only available, and that was it. They were gone. Second release was Evil Town. For people that haven't been collecting Vinegar Syndrome for a while, it's kind of cool to see some of these early titles, right? Then number 3 was the Vice Academy 1 to 3 set. Again, as always, hand numbered. Number 4 was Savage Dawn. And at this point, it was still pretty exciting. They got Hell Riders, which is but it fit in with what people were expecting for a Vinegar Syndrome archive. It fit the mold, it fit exactly what it was. Some of the latter stuff, the really kind of low budget, cheap, straight video actioners kind of fit in, but stuff like, what's that one? Anyway, the Trauma one stuff that didn't fit because Vinegar Syndrome have been putting it Trauma in the regular lineup, and all of a sudden they randomly put out a Trauma in VSA, and it doesn't work as a VSA. I know I'm seeming negative. I actually really love Vinegar Syndrome, so don't go now expecting me to like be hating on it. I'm not. I just think that we had to be honest. We also had VSPs, and VSPs are Vinegar Syndrome pictures. Those are the newer releases. So those are newer films or films that I've got redistribution. that they had a hand in. New York Ninja is a really fun one they put out. This is the original edition of this. Absolutely adore this artwork, by the way. And their second VSP release was this one right here, Censor. And again, I love this film. Love the way this is done. Love the fact that when you take it out, rather than just have censor, it has like the fake movie posters from the fake films that the girl is, part of, doing the censorship board for in the movie. A couple releases, one that is still available, and this is still available, right? Frankenstein. This is a 4K and a 3D, and I mean like real 3D. So if you got like a 3D TV, or you got a PlayStation VR or VR2 or Apple, one of those Apple things, then you can watch the 3D with the headset on. It's a really good one. So there were two slip covers on the inside. One that is out of print, but to give you an idea, I've seen where the videos where Vinegar Syndrome titles are being sold in Walmart. Okay. Here's the thing. I haven't seen those videos, but was I aware that Vinegar Syndrome titles might be coming to Walmart? Yeah, I was. That's the thing about being on here is people tell you things and you keep your mouth shut until it actually shows up. So yeah, that was you might see more there too, actually. Thriller, Cruel Picture, Christina Lindbergh. This is the original set. That was really well done release. And one of the things about this is it is in the revenge genre, but it isn't as like intense as something like Last House on Left or anything like that. So people expecting that were slightly disappointed. But I thought this was a really fun film. I know Thriller's being sold at Walmart. Some titles being sold at Walmart. I wish. Well, we'll see which ones go to Walmart. And when I was a subscriber, this one, which is out of print, but you can buy them on their own now, was the Scanner's Cup duology. So every once in a while, Vinegar Syndrome put something like this. Of course, there's also the Forgotten Jelly box sets, and the Forgotten and the Homegrown Horror sets, that ilk. And I definitely recommend those. Before we go into the website, I'll give you, as a bit of fun, a handful. Yeah, evil apples on them. My top 10, in no particular order, maybe in chronological order, I guess, from newer to older, I guess. Well, almost chronological, not completely. Vinegar Syndrome, out of print slipcovers. So if you're just getting into this, or there's a slipcover you missed out on that you're kind of wondering what it looks like, you better find out. Number 10 is Penitentiary. I really love the look of this one here. Yamka Fanaka did incredible with this film, and just the look, that shiny box glove coming out of the side of the of those really, really like massively large space prison bars. It just really caught my attention when it came out. There are worse movies sold at Walmart. I think the kid trying to explain Evil Laugh. Like the subcover for Blood Games was one of their all-time best covers. I absolutely adore the way that this is done. This slip sold out extremely quickly, and you can see why. It's a gorgeous looking slip. It's a fantastic movie. So slipcover or not, you should own this movie, by the way, guys. Number 7 is one that really surprised me. And that is Pale Blood. I absolutely adore the slipcover on this one here. And even the interior art too is just so stunning. Be sure to like and share and all that type of stuff. On Super Chat or Super Donate or whatever, feel free to do so. But more above all, just enjoy the video. And number 7 is My Chauffeur. I love this movie. I'm an 80s kid. I'm a Gen Xer. And this is one hell of a gorgeous slipcover. This one took a long time to sell out, which is a real shocker. When people see it now, they kick themselves for not getting it. Sex and Furious is getting a Blu-ray from Discotheque. In 6th place is Shot. It has an underground Robert Crumb indie comic type of look to the slip. And as a massive comic book fan, you can see right here, this was something I couldn't miss out on. Put this in your Vinegar Syndrome one, or put it next to your copy of Crumb by Criterion. In 5th place is the I'm going to print one for Psycho Cop Returns. I know Red Mob got a new slip, and so did Sugar. So did Sweet Sugar, which is really nice slips, by the way. Always available on eBay. Yeah, don't pay too much for them though. Like it's just this is but at least if you're looking at ones to get on eBay, hope maybe this 10 list will actually give you an idea. I really like this one. I bought this one. I pre-ordered this one, came out, because I really got into the Vinegar Syndrome slips early on. In 4th place is another one that took a while to sell out, and this is a really cool one too. Is Orgy of the Dead. So it's got this kind of like day glow cover to it. There's this weirdness that I love about this one. And would I recommend it? Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. In 3rd place, we're getting to some of the really sexy ones, right? The Orgy of the Dead was written by Ed Wood, by the way. So just so you know, it's written by Ed Wood. In 3rd place is their very first slipcover. Yep, I have it. It is The Undertaker. This is the very first slipcover that Vinegar Syndrome ever did, that they ever put out. And I knew I couldn't miss out on this one. Pale Blood is an amazing soundtrack. It has this kind of like coffin cut into it. It's still one of their tightest ones to try and get out, but it's a wonderful film by Joe Spinell. There was a Code Red edition of this one that was cut down. Was like, this is the better. If you're going to get this movie, get the Undertaker version of it. This is where it gets hard. 2 and 1. And 2nd place is Jack Frost. Orgy of the Dead is written by Ed Wood. He wrote some films that he didn't direct too. I think A.C. Martin directed Orgy of the Dead. Hey, Scotty, welcome, man. This is Jack Frost. This is one of the lenticulars that he did. You can buy Jack Frost by MVD right now, and its sequel, but you won't be getting this. I'll tell you that much right now. And in number 1 spot, Ragnar was 100% right. It could only be one, and that is the absolutely stunning Demon Wind slip. This lenticular slipcover is a beautiful sight to behold, and I really, really hope that we get some more goodness from Vinegar Syndrome like this. I so have been missing seeing stuff like this. When people say that they miss the Vinegar Syndrome of old, for me, it's not always the releases. Sometimes it is, but it's that special showmanship that they do. All right, let's look at the website. I just wanted to start off with some stuff that hopefully you guys would enjoy, and hopefully you are. They're working on crowdfunding right now for Demon Wind 2. That is true, Alan, actually. Now let's get back to the actual site. So right here are the new titles. We'll look at these first. Navy SEALs is here. Invasion USA is here. I know a lot of people were not only not excited about Invasion USA, they were pissed off about Invasion USA. And in all honesty, it was because, you know, Vinegar Syndrome just really leaned into those ninja stars. And that made a lot of people expect a ninja film, like a good ninja film, to be the title. And that's understandable. I mean, people expected to see the ninja film be like one of the be it, and I understand that. I just got to get your messages up here because I'm going to go to the website. I get why they did it though. Invasion USA is Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is a known entity, even though Invasion USA does have releases in both North America from Kino Lorber and in the UK as well. I'll start collecting Vinegar Syndrome on the ground floor. When you come from the DVD days, you had that advantage. That's true. I come from the VHS days. When I was at the comic book store, I found out they re-released the Micronauts one with its original ads. Nice. I need the Micronauts omnibus film out here. There's going putting in a third, which will complete everything. But Invasion USA was not exciting for me. It's a nice cover. I'm glad that it's 4K. I don't think there's much new feature-wise on it, if I remember correctly. So we got a couple commentaries. The rest of stuff is archival, but it kind of makes sense because this is something that you really it's been around so long, and there's so many editions of it. Criminally Insane, which birthed the two low-budget Crazy Fat Ethel films, um, are not my type. Was not a fan of this series of films. Had a chance to buy these in Ontario a while back for like DVD releases, and I said no. Um, but the one thing that'd be interesting to see Stephen Thrower's for people that are subscribers. It'd be interesting if you're Stephen Thrower fan to see his like conversation on Nick Mallard. That'll be the biggest thing for that. And why would you be getting a Stephen Thrower thing from that? Well, I'll explain. I don't just didn't like them. They didn't do anything for me, man. I just like I got to be honest. When it comes to a movie, if it's like a movie I liked, like I like Invasion USA. I just don't think it was a needed release. I didn't like these films. They just they went on, I guess, the charisma of the lead actress, which she did a good job for what she had to do, but they weren't my type. Now that being said, I'm sure in my Nightmare USA book from Stephen Thrower that they're probably mentioned there somewhere. I have to look at it again. Stephen Thrower wrote this book here, and this is the Bible for anybody that collects from Vinegar Syndrome and Severin. So exploitation independence. He wrote a whole like book on it, and there's a whole like chapter on James Bryan. It's a book that everybody should own. Just incredible stuff inside. I'll go through this one these days. It's not going to tell. I just think recently, this is going to seem like sacrilege because I do like what Vinegar Syndrome's doing right now. Seven excites me more to sales because of the bundles, because of the extras and stuff like that. That being said, I was glad to see Channel O'Brien 1 and 2 getting a North American release and a 4K one as well. I do like the cover here. I think it's well done. I think the artwork's great. People rag on Channel O'Brien a lot. I don't get that. I thought these were really fun films. These are things that people... The print here looks good. A little dark in some places, but Maybe it's just a picture. Norton, man. Sometimes that'll be like he'd be the bad guy. Whoa! All right, Channel Breath. Sometimes he'd be like her best friend, right? What the hell happened there? I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Arnold's a good title, man. That's one that I would say was an exciting pickup from them. Invisible Maniac. I don't have the Invisible Maniac one. Now, Homegrown Horrors Volume 3. Um, there's a reason I haven't got the Invisible Maniac yet, and it's not because I couldn't get it. It's this is I grew up at the time that it came out, and one of the kind of like highlighted actors in Invisible Maniac is an actress by the name Savannah, and she was like an adult film star, and she was on her way to becoming the adult film star, and she passed early on, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about watching that. It's just, do you know what I mean? No, but maybe yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Homegrown Horrors Volume 3, like we got Haunted Ween, a ton of features on here. Revenge. Revenge doesn't have so many features as I would have expected to have, though I am glad we got a new commentary for Revenge. I remember watching this. I remember renting this when I was in grade 8 or 9, I guess. When it initially came out on DVD. Sorry, on VHS. And I'm not gonna lie. Like first time I saw this movie, I was bored to tears because I think I expected something that it wasn't. I had like this really kind of cheap box cover, and it looked like it was like kind of a slasher film, which it kind of wasn't. Um, like I had no idea this was a sequel to anything else, so I didn't know that was like it was a blood cult sequel or anything like that. But I watched it again later on. I think about a year or so later, and actually enjoyed it. But mileage would vary on regional horror because you had to know you're going in with a regional horror. So budgets are lower. Um, Film may not always be the greatest. You may not always have the best quality. But a lot of times, a lot of these are done. Some of these are done, for to make a quick buck. Some of these are done because they're done with a lot of love and people that just really want to get out their camera and make films. And we got Deadly Love here, which is by Michael Rourke. Of course, he did was it Moonstalker from Volume 2. So for people that like Volume 2, that's gonna be an interesting one to check out. The ones that excited Malcolm was on here last night, who I was talking to earlier, but he's probably sleeping now, actually. And it was welcome, man. I'm disappointed on the sale, but I'm getting us through here. But it's not crazy fat though, is it? Really, it's criminally insane. It's different. See, that would seem to me more like a secondary Severin release, more so than a Vinegar Syndrome release. But Lifeline 4K, uh, definitely an interesting one. This is basically the Asian Backdraft. So if you like Backdraft, you're gonna definitely dig this one. It's their first VSA that's a 4K release. Um, I've looked it up. It's a gorgeous looking film. How are things going in the Metal Tavern, Anubis? I don't have any interest in this one at all. I love the cover. It looks like a Cracked or Mad Magazine cover. But yeah, like the newer VSAs have booklets with them done. I haven't had a VSA with a booklet yet, but the last few have had booklets come with them. Any Saint Rothrock is welcome. Though this is not Saint Rothrock. This is Bob Chaney. It's so he's like an older guy. So I'm not sure everybody's filming this one. I don't believe. I'm going to say it. I I doubt very much there was a massive amount of people requesting this film. But this may be the next Champagne and Bullets. You guys may love this one. And the instructor, much like this, the instructor doesn't come with the booklet, but the other one does. The first one. So the instructor has a double-sided poster with the usual for VSAs. I think Lifeline has a booklet though, like a 26-page booklet. 28-page booklet. There we go. And the poster as well. Of course, we have Dangerous Game. I don't know. I would buy this just for the Alexander Heller Nicholas thing, and because I like Abel Ferrer. But man, you already got like Abel Ferrer for this one, because these are some miserable characters. Hey, Charlie, welcome, man. In this film, these are some miserable characters. I like the film. I really do. I actually like this film. I seem like I'm being negative, but I'm not. I'm just trying to be honest. Just trying to like temper expectations. Because I did dig this film, but I remember when I watched it, I watched this with some friends, and I was the only one to like that. But I like what they did in the cinematograph releases. They're taking some chance, spending some different stuff. Okay, let's look at the movie Savannah hates. So, okay, do not go in expecting Savannah in this movie a lot. He's not. This was a straight video one. The managed to get Savannah to come in because here's the thing: Savannah had hoped when he started to do makeup and stuff that was going to be like his door in for an acting career. And he did some acting stuff, especially with Ramiro, Knight Riders, all that type of stuff. But he became the famous prominent guy for special effects, for makeup effects, not for acting. Oh, he's had some interesting things like Sex Machine and stuff like that over the years. I got Mr. Stubby up here today. Sweetheart. It's got a gorgeous cover. Savannah's not in this one for very long, but that's okay. I mean, as far as like a shot on video, like if you know what you're getting with the Gosser, right? You're getting a shot on video one, so you expect a shot on video title. It's going to be exactly what you expect. You're going to get some shot on video stuff. And if you're fine and you have fun with shot and video titles, then you should have no issue with this film. This is what sells. This one out is the Tom Savini Ripper. Hey. As a small but a pretty important part there. And of course, this is by the guys that did Terror Killer, so you know what you're getting. This is one I would buy. There's a lot here that I'd say I wouldn't buy. The guy who created the Fiend Mask, exactly. If you're a wrestling fan, then you know Tom Savini is the guy that created the Fiend Mask. I do have to say I really do like their new slips. The new because what Vinegar Cinema does is they take titles that had earlier slips and about alternate slips or ones that didn't get slips before, and give them new slipcovers. So they've done one here for Sweet Sugar, which is a fantastic film. And if you haven't seen it, you really should. It's a really good one. It was the first film that I bought when I got to when I moved from Newfoundland to Jessup Center, Sydney. So it was working on Friday 13th is your favorite stuff. You mean not like Prowler or Dawn the Dead? Gorgeous slip here for this one. And the other title that came out at the same time Sweet Sugar did was Red Mob. Here's a slip for this one. I think it's also got a great slip. And I've told the story a few times. So I won't like belabor it too much. But at the time that I just moved to Bulletry, and these two came out, Red Mob and Sweet Sugar, and they sold out immediately. But what had happened was Vinegar Syndrome. People from Vinegar Syndrome, like scalpers, had gone in about like 10 or 15 copies each of these titles, hoping to flip them online. And Vinegar Syndrome could have been like, okay, we're going to sell them to whoever. First come, first serve. You can have what you want. But Vinegar Syndrome went back and canceled all but I think two. So people could have a maximum of two in their cart. They did not they did not become a scalper like a friendly company. And I love that Vinegar Syndrome. It gave me a brand new respect for them um, that I still have to this day. Like they may have changed with some of the stuff, and I may not like all the releases that are out there, but I do think that when you buy Vinegar Syndrome release, if you like that film, you're getting a quality release. You're getting a really nice slip. You're getting fantastic packaging. You're getting a great remaster of the film. So if you want to get Charlie O'Brien 1 and 2, and you say I'm going to pick up Invasion USA with it, you are pretty solidly know you're going to get the best version of those films that you've ever seen. It's rare for Vinegar Syndrome to not do well when it comes to this. Now, they teamed up with Ebon Press, which is a comic book company that I don't think ever got enough credit, and we're seeing them come out through Vinegar Syndrome's new line, the Vinegar Syndrome publishing line, Vinegar Syndrome books, and they're putting out these like hardback big editions. Look at this here edition. Look at this. Look at the stuff included. This is a House by the Cemetery one. I'm a massive fan of this. This of all the things that I'm disappointed that I didn't get. One of the first movies I bought when I moved to Africa, or North Africa. Why would I buy two? No. You know that I'm in North Africa, right? So, um, I'm guessing that was a joke. Um, no, no, there's no physical media over here. Though there was like a Virgin Mobile store. So one of the first things I bought was the season of Friday Night Lights, I think. Now this release here uh, is the other releases had like a T-shirt. This one doesn't. But we got some. It's over 1,500 units, super deluxe 2-part interlocking collector hard case. With outer box by Kyle Holtz, the recreates the classic poster from 1981 theatrical release. Deluxe single issue collection with all 3 issues of Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery, the official adaptation of the classic horror film, and all new rebranded double editions. Never before published director's cut of issue 3, featuring a terrifying new ending with all new stories by Vince Locke. Hopefully that ending finally kills off Pop. Jokes. I don't know. 4 sketch art prints, 8 collector's cards, 4 collector's newsletters with all new behind the scenes stuff, 4 collectible bookmarks. So yeah, this is a great stuff right here. He actually put a Vinegar Syndrome socks. Malcolm bought these. Malcolm, if you're out there, you like Mikey, man, you buy anything. Got a Sweet Sugar shirt here. Got a Shroomland shirt. Vinegar Syndrome Vinegar test shirt. Let's take a look into the out of print stuff, see if anything else has gone out of print. I mean, it's a shame because I think the comic books really should I really hope they do so well. Tom Sawyer Class Pittsburgh. God, that's one of them. It is. I mean, like it is. Like it's the same people that put it the other one. But he was he regretted doing it. But people like no. If you're buying the Gosser, it's a shot on video. You expect stuff like that. All right. This will be a short video because I have company coming over visiting. Um, but I wanted to get in. I wanted to do this one. Look at the stuff here today. I want to give you guys some recommendations. So I'm going to do real quick. The out of print stuff. I'm going to pick a few titles for each one. Blood Games you should own, 100%. Amityville ones you should own, 100%. These ones right here, Disconnected. It's amateurish, but that's part of the charm of it, and I think it definitely is worth owning. If you like Rick Sloan stuff, and I personally do, and you like Mary Warnoff, Blood Theater: The Visitants is actually a good double feature. Dominique is a solid title. Definitely a recommendation on that one there. Always going to recommend that one. Malibu High, 100%. I really like Pale Blood. Your mileage may vary, but it's got Wings Hauser and George Chakiris and Darcy DeMoss in it as well. So always look towards that one if you want to see Darcy DeMoss. And you're like, oh damn, too bad she wasn't like didn't do the news scene for Friday 13th Part 6. Well, watch this one. Memorial Valley Massacre is another great title. Great is the hard word for that one. It's a fun title. If you missed out on Patty Hearst, I'm sorry, it was a really good one. Penitentiary 2 you should own. It's a fun title if you like these types here. Definitely grab this. Play Dead, I liked. Prey, again, I dug that one. I don't know why they upped the price on Prey, though, for those that don't. No, the price has gone back down? Okay. From $10. So there we go. So $10 at slip, 16 with slip, I think. We got a shot here. Televised Terrors here. You should have this one. The Collar, everybody should have in their the Collar and Televised Terror should be in everybody's collection. Killing Kind right here for sure. And although a lot of people don't like it, I do like The Fear, and I would give that one a strong recommendation. We'll go to limited editions really quickly. And I obviously won't go with the newer stuff because that's not on sale. Trust me when it comes to this, the Forgotten Jelly sets are worth owning. Every single one of those Forgotten Jelly sets has stuff on it that's worth owning. So always, they're not all going to be, they're not going to be Argento. They're not going to be like Sergio Martino, but they're all going to have stuff in there that's intriguing, that they're worth owning. They're interesting, fun films. And a mediocre Giallo is better than most of the average regional horror films, in my opinion. I would recommend not getting the Cardona collection. I will ever recommend the Cat Creeps from Venom Labs. 100% recommend that one. I will recommend Mexican Gothic. A recommendation for Sidekicks, 100%. I'll give a strong recommendation for Werewolf versus the Vampire Women. That's a really great title. It has a documentary as well. The Man Who Saw Frankenstein Cry. It's a great documentary with Paul Naschy. Recommend that one. Santo versus Dr. Death. I recommend you buy that one. Better House almost here, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Forgotten Jelly, all the volumes. Like all the volumes, Forgotten Jelly, I will tell you right now. Pick them up. They're really good. Do I recommend Hellmaster? I don't remember it, man. I can't recommend it because I don't remember the film. It could be a good film, Charlie, but I don't know. And I don't feel comfortable recommending something that I can't actually 100% tell you. Okay, I remember this film. I'm always going to recommend Righting Wrongs. It's John Bowe, Cynthia Rothrock's in it too, and it's a great little actioner. Madman's a fun title. I will never recommend Fortress of America. I just don't like it. I won't recommend Master of the World either. That just really wasn't good. I don't recommend Ebola Syndrome. If you like a Cat 3 person, then that's fantastic. You'll like it. Hey there, Deathbot. You're coming in near the end. You wouldn't believe how many movies are shot here in Morocco, Al. There's a movie being shot like about a month or so ago when I was just down the street from me. Nothing Underneath, Too Beautiful to Die is a great recommendation. Camille Keaton in Italy, I recommend that one 100%. Grab that Flesh for Frankenstein set if you don't have it. I'm going to recommend Shallow Grave. And you got to know what it is, but Tough Guys Don't Dance. Yes. Norman Mailer directed film, so definite recommendation of that one. Recommend Hitcher in the Dark for sure. Rush Week's a fun title if you like slasher films. The Angel ones are really good. Looks like part 1 is gone. Only Avenging Angel on Angel 3, but don't worry, MVD is actually re-releasing these. And recommendation not for Graduation Day. Strong recommendation on that one, along with the Bees. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I do apologize for it being shorter than I initially intended it to be, but so was Prince of Persia. So there you go. And Game of Thrones. My name is Aaron. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming in. We do this stuff a lot of the times. It does have the infamous scene because Naaman Mailer was kind of pissed off at the actor at the time, so he took his worst take on the film and put it in there for the film. I do this a lot. I've been covering Vinegar Syndrome longer than anybody else on YouTube, aside from Cellulite Terror. Cellulite Terror has been covering it since the beginning, but aside from Cellulite Terror, I had to, because right now, Keg, unfortunately, I got company coming. My mother-in-law's coming over to visit, so I just want to literally like close by, so I have to make sure we get that done. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll try to do another video while the sale's on. We'll look at some stuff, maybe give some recommendations. I'll take some stuff out of my collection. Not sure if you can see, but all that stuff there, that's how Vinegar Syndrome. All the stuff that you can't see behind those books, that's how Vinegar Syndrome as well. So have a wonderful day, guys. I'll see you soon. Be sure to hit the like button on the way out. It really does help the channel. That way you'll know when we're having new videos, Vinegar Syndrome videos coming out. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the sale. There'll be another sale video coming up, and have a great day. See you soon. And just to let you know how long have I been covering Vinegar Syndrome, here goes.